I have like a gut feeling I know what's gonna happen, but I don't even want to say it because when it happens, I'm just gonna be like, I knew it.
9-year NBA veteran Malik Beasley has been indicted on federal charges for gambling related to a sports betting scheme, such as point shaving and prop bets. His attorney, Steve Haney, told Shams authorities are actively working on a voluntary surrender of Mr. Beasley at this time.
A hard coat, knock upon your front door. When your ass attack like cancer, burn your condo down. Let my pen drop, don't hear sound.
And straight like that, we back. Let's talk basketball. Let's talk basketball and money. You dig what I'm saying? My previous effort was wrapped around this here same thing. Basketballers and their money problems, or so they say. You know, we had a one Odell Beckham, we had a Lou Williams. Odell Beckham tries to convince us that $100 million being broken down into $60 million over 5 years, meaning $12 million a year, was just a burden to try and manage. It is just impossible to live off $12 million a year. In Lou Williams' deal, at least he tried to be more modest. He started from a $5 million figure, slashed in half for taxes at 2.5, and then you got to buy Chanel purses and 3 super sports cars and a couple of mansions, and that's just like the starter kit shine that we have to get. You can look at that and you can see how money gets gone. In both situations, I have no sympathy for what they're talking about. Now, although these guys seem to have spoken on how hard it was to manage their money or the bad decisions they made, it seems that they were able to stay on the side of keeping their finances decent. You dig what I'm saying? And being able to maintain their swing, even though they out the league, you know, albeit having to make an adjustment to life. And didn't go into degenerate shit. You dig what I'm saying? They still on the podcasting circuit. You see them here and there. They still look shiny. Ain't no smell in their name. Well, the young man that we're going to speak on today, one Malik Beasley, has not managed to put himself in the same position. Now, as I understand it, he was hooping overseas here recently. But the hooping he did over here in America is now under the microscope. And as you heard, he will be remanded to federal authorities here shortly.
Former NBA players Malik Beasley and Edward Davis, along with 4 others, are indicted for their roles in an alleged sports gambling scheme. According to the indictment, Beasley lost millions of dollars gambling during his 9-year NBA career. He allegedly schemed to pay off losses by manipulating games in which he was playing by either under or overperforming. Beasley and Davis are the 5th and 6th current or former NBA players to be indicted on federal sports gambling charges.
I mean, you can go back as far as to when, you know, this guy was a Minnesota Timberwolf.
Beasley's going to get it off. One last shot. How about Beasley? 21 points.
He could not resist getting that bucket and going coast to coast in the waning seconds of the game. When niggas is standing there thinking about what club they gonna go to, what sports car they gonna pull around the corner, what 2 chicks they gonna text back. Here go Malik Beasley going coast to coast. Now, that move could have worked to secure a couple of things. That rebound and that 2 points could have gone towards, you know, securing his bag for his stats, either on points and rebounds, and also the point spread for the game. So they could have won big time. He might have won him $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. I don't know the exact numbers, but I do know that he should have had $100,000, $200,000 some check that night from just being a ball player. But he got out here gambling for a handful of thousands. And I speculate that it's a little handful of thousands because I don't think you cashing out $100,000 on prize picks or Bovada or none of this. You dig what I'm saying? Or trying to get your homeboys rich. Maybe that was the play. You know what I mean? But I think some people were whispering about him when he was out there with the Los Angeles Lakers because he's went through a lot of teams. I mean, the Denver Nuggets, the Skyforce, the Timberwolves, the Jazz, the Lakers, the Bucks, the Pistons. And like I say, even out in Milwaukee, he had some questionable instances.
Cross looking for that 7-point play. Here's a 3-pointer, but Powell not there. Rebound goes to Beasley. That'll do it. The Bucks win. They snap a 2-game slide.
Now that one right there, he had to get that rebound and box it out in the waning seconds. Not only did he do that, he closed out on the shot and hustled down and got the rebound in the last seconds of the game. And it's like, who does that, bro? I don't know if people were looking around at him at that particular time, but now, going back in retrospect, now that the investigation has been leaked or put together, executed, what have you, a lot of these things are coming out and people are like, this was questionable. You dig what I'm saying? And like I say, this seems to have stretched over years because he was a Timberwolf back in from the 2020 to 2022 season. You dig what I'm saying? He was with the Bucks 2023 to 2024, and then he went to the Detroit Pistons in 2024 to 2025.
Cunningham looking, finds Hardaway. Hardaway back to Cunningham. Final seconds. Over to Beasley. He lost it out of bounds with 0.4 of a second remaining. He was open. He was open.
And there you see just, Cade Cunningham hit him with an open look right there at the top of the key for a big shot in the waning crucial moments, and the ball miraculously just slips out of his hand. But it didn't even really slip. It looked like he kind of boosted it up on out the way. You know what I'm saying? But again, these are a lot of instances that people are going back to look at. Now, the one that where you saw him get this rebound and box out, that is against the Los Angeles Clippers. And that instance that stands out, you dig what I'm saying? For this reason, I am Brown, right? I'm Brown. Brown, OMG, a lot of G's, ... is called an ellipse. He got one rebound with 1.1 second left. Fam, no way. He pushed Connaughton out of the way, laughing my ass off, a bunch of O's. Placencia, not to be mistaken with placenta. Show me, dog. Brown, damn, I closed my laptop. I'll try to find it. Placencia, Ed wants to see it. Ed is Ed Davis, his former teammate, also wrapped up in the fracas. Brown, contested it and got the board, LOL. Placencia, bruh. Brown, fam, we were 1.1 seconds away from being down thousands, LOL. Placencia, what's funny is after he got it, he had a big sigh of relief. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. You heard something before, ain't it? Yeah, man, it's written all over your face. You ain't got to tell me. Oh, you ain't got to tell me I can look and see it. Yeah, man, it's that guilty style. You dig what I'm saying? You seen him bent down at the free throw line. He was just thinking like, bro, I'm already broke. Some kind of way I done messed up all my money, my millions I got. I have got to make something happen. Cap, my friends probably going to beat me up if I ain't got their money right. Now, the way I introed this thing when I spoke about my last episode in these NBA, NFL, professional athletes with money. And I ain't never heard no baseball player going broke. They get that mad though out there. You dig what I'm saying? And maybe they just all around better human beings. I'm not making no assertions. I'm just saying. But I spoke about these guys and their lack of money awareness and the way that they go about securing intelligence around said subject. You understand what I'm saying? And so I look at a guy like a Malik Beasley, and there's plenty of others, but this particular episode is wrapped around him. And this seemingly going back years and years and years, it seems like they are damn near telling the truth that most NBA players, professional athletes out here, just go broke with their money. They look like $1 million stepping in with some high couture shit on every night on the camera for the little walk-in. And they jumping into that Tesla truck or whatever, that Bentley GT or Maserati or whatever. But it's like these niggas are literally living game check to game check. That is insane. You're talking about niggas getting $300,000 a night, 4 nights a week, bro. And you want us to have sympathy for you. People out here that's surviving on 50, 75,000 and living regular out here, bro. You can have a cooler life off 75,000 a year. If you're trying to live in a big city or somewhere, rent is $4,000 a month or something like that, yeah, you might mess around and have trouble. But man, there's a lot of living between the expensive, outrageous rents of Atlanta or New York and sleeping out on the street being destitute. You dig what I'm saying? You got to know how to rock and maneuver out here, bro. And a lot of these athletes seem to not have they seem to not have that in their repertoire, man. And it's a sad thing. It's a sad state of affairs because with the kind of money that a lot of these athletes are getting, and let's be honest, most of them are black guys, it could go far into, just helping out the whole DS sport, man, if they choose to be philanthropic with their efforts. You dig what I'm saying? But at least just give a better example for our youth to look up to, because most of them want to be athletes and stuff out here. And so, represent, bro. Do something righteous with that bread, man. Don't be a crash out story that they would love to throw in our face and see. Should never gave y'all niggas money. Let's take the NIL from these young niggas. They ain't no black niggas getting money anyway. The white folk already had the money. So it's just like, bro, man, it's just so embarrassing. So it's like, apparently they really do mess their money up, bro, because this man seems to have been gambling and trying to win a little couple handful of thousands of dollars on a regular basis for like some years here. And I just find that to be a truly pathetic state of affairs, bro, for somebody that's blessed to be in such a position, man, that such a very small percentage of us out here in the world, get to live and experience. And you one of those individuals, and you go out here. Not only are you getting caught gambling, the fact that you couldn't have the bread, bro. You dig what I'm saying? That's the appalling part to me. These are broke nigga activities. You know what I'm saying? Now, you look at people like, I guess, if you say a Gil with arenas and all that, if we trying to compare situations, I don't think Gil was broke, but Gil is the type of guy that like to go large and do it all and have his hand in everything. So I don't know that I'm just saying necessarily because the person is gambling, it's broke people activities. Gambling is a degenerate activity because there's not any kind of built-in win. There's not a safe enough system involved in any gambling for it to be anything that's that to be promoted. You know what I'm saying? You take a chance on it, but more often than not, man, people go off the bridge, off the deep end, with the allure of getting rich quick. You know what I'm saying? And the next bet, even though I just lost these three, man, this next one gonna put me on. We're gonna bet the house on it, and then 3 days from now, the house is being repossessed. It don't happen that fast, but you get the drift of what I'm saying, man. And so I think that's the most appalling part about it, bro. Like, how do you mess up finances that are so high level? You dig? And that's just why I can't cut him no slack, bro. So we gonna see what happened with this thing, man, as we go down the road, because he's about to turn himself in, and some pertinent updates come around, I will bring it to my people. But until then, it's been straight like that. I'm out.
Look up in the sky.